We're going to talk about taxes. And thank goodness they don't tax us on our food because we really enjoy that.
I'd be out of...
You'd be out of money. But you can get your taxes done for free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Richard Zazycki is with the Circles of Mercy. He comes on every year, and David Galin is new to our team.
He's
here.
our newbie.
And he's been coming on, and we're so happy that you're here. You're with United Way, but the Cash Coalition, and it has to do with getting people to know what money is, how to do money, and all that, but to get their taxes done for free. So I'm going to turn it over to you and let you explain it.
Thank you, Ann. It's a pleasure to be here again. The vision of the Cash Coalition is to bring partners and resources together to benefit individuals and families towards their economic empowerment and in a way to strengthen our communities. And the Cash Coalition has been around for the better part of 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. Our mission of the Cash Coalition, which is an acronym for Creating Assets, Savings, and Hope, assists individuals and families increasing their financial self-sufficiency. One of the other things besides the free tax preparation services is to provide individuals with financial literacy skills and education so that we can help them with their asset building strategies.
It's so important that you learn what to do with the money that you have,
Absolutely.
not to just kind of
Right.
let it blow away.
Well, the other thing too is in order for this all to happen, the old saying that it takes a village, and literally that's what it is. We have many partners that are members of the coalition. We have our friend Joanne Passano at the IRS.
She's terrific.
A wonderful lady. We have many community agencies that help us, faith-based organizations, nonprofits. We have the local government. We have New York State Tax and Finance. Many of the financial institutions in and around the Capital Region that help us. We have the Walmart Foundation that's been very supportive of our efforts, particularly with My Free Taxes, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But we're all focused around the common goal of the mission of Cash, and that is creating assets, savings, and hope.
Mm-hmm. And it's important that people. And how does the United Way getting involved with this?
The United Way is one of the funding partners and is also the fiduciary of the Cash Coalition. They help with obtaining grants, with obtaining new partners, volunteers, IT assistance. They're also a huge partner in terms of 211, which is the call service that the United Way sponsors, and the Cash Coalition uses 211 to be able to allow certain tax sites that choose to have 211 be their appointment central location for taxpayers to call 211 and actually make an appointment while they're finding out where tax sites are in their area. So that's
now they call 211 and they'll tell you where you should call to make your appointment. Is that correct?
So
they don't do the work for you.
So certain sites.
No, I mean 211 doesn't do the work for you.
211 doesn't do the work for you,
but
211
refers you.
Will either refer you to a site
or actually make the appointment.
Or make the
they
appointment.
will make the appointment.
Depending
okay,
on which sites have chosen to use 211 as their appointment creator. So.
Just so people understand how that works. Right. And 211 is not only used for this, it's used for any kind of need that you have, and they'll make a referral. Is that correct?
Correct.
We want to make sure that people understand that that is a big resource.
Absolutely, yes. 211 is a huge resource. It's one of the main reasons why the Cash Coalition is able to reach so many callers. Last year, one statistic that we observed the other day was that there was over 5,000 calls made to 211 for just free tax preparation alone, and that was by far the highest.
Well, we're going to get more.
Category. We're going to get more already this year. So.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just the beginning of the season. Of course, the weather hasn't helped us all that much, but just at Circles alone, the phone is just ringing off the hook. So it's just call after call. And one of the concepts that we do is what we call front loading. And what we try to do is have many more volunteers and both preparers and schedulers and greeters at the beginning of the season when everyone is really hot to trot to want to get their taxes filed.
Right. Sure. We kind of been
Sure.
There we are.
So there's our...
I'll let you watch the slides and see what's going on.
Our logo.
Yep.
Again, our vision and the mission of the
Which he's
coalition.
already covered. Okay, good.
And then, as we talked about the fact that it takes a village to make this all happen, there's always needs for volunteers. Even though it's kind of late in the season now, since we've started for the training of actual preparers, we can have volunteers trained to be schedulers and greeters. We can
So you don't have to have any math background,
No,
but you can
none
be able to
whatsoever.
tell people,
That's
do you
correct.
have all your paperwork ready? And,
Right.
and
Have you got your identification?
Yeah.
And then
Get
there's-
everything ready
Right.
and-
There's forms that they need to fill out when they come in. And to David's point, the whole big thing is trying to make that connection of the public to the free service. So 211 is the primary way, accessing our websites, particularly for the for the coalition itself, or for United Way, or even Circles. The other site opportunity that we have is the free tax preparation, myfreetaxes.com.
That's right on the net.
On the net, in the privacy of your own home and secure in a secure environment, with income less than $60,000, so it's $7,000 more. That's allowed using the My Free
I should
Taxes.
try that this year.
Next
year I'll do it.
Yeah, you can do your file for your both federal and state,
And is there any charge for that?
all free.
All free. One of the things that's been in the news, not to digress, but the fact that there's been a lot of fraud with taxes, that people are filing under, say, your name,
Correct.
before you filed, because you can only use the Social Security number once. So
Correct.
so if you go to a place like this, you know that they see your Social Security number, they know who you are.
As a matter of fact, when you call and make an appointment to come into a Vita site, there are two pieces of identification you must bring. One is your original Social Security card. The other one is a picture ID, like a driver's license. And if you don't present those two items,
They're not going to do your taxes.
we're not going to do your taxes.
Yeah, see, so it's important that there's a lot of security out there as well. But that's been in the news lately, so I thought I should mention
Yeah.
that as well. Okay. So where are we on this? I'm sorry, I
Well, that's
digressed a
okay.
little bit.
With regards to any questions or further information, as I mentioned, dialing 211. David is available to answer questions. The way that the coalition is set up, there's a lead organization in each county. Circles of Mercy is that for Rensselaer County. Catholic Charities, Tri-County Services does it for Albany. The YWCA does it for Schenectady. Schoharie SCAP does it for the county of Schoharie. Mechanicville Community Center does it for Saratoga County. So we have identified primary agencies within the counties.
You've partnered with a lot of people then in order to make this happen.
Correct. Over 95 partners.
And one of the things, I don't think you partner with ARP, or do you?
Oh, we do,
You
absolutely,
do. So that's another entity that does taxes as well. Is that correct?
Correct. And the good thing about that is what we've kind of done is taken it to the next level and co-located many AARP sites at Vita sites.
Okay.
So that if for some reason somebody comes in and their income is too high, AARP can do
We'll
their
pick
return.
up the difference.
They can pick
yeah.
up the difference.
Yeah. It's really important, I think, to know that these, all of these services are available free. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I know myself. I sit there and I go, oh, I got to start my taxes. Oh, well, I'll do that tomorrow. And I put it to the side of my desk. I think it's important, if you really have that angst about doing taxes, to team up with people like this who will help you through it. Now, granted, you got to get all your paperwork.
No doubt about it.
Nobody's doing that for you, which is the biggest thing, I think, is getting all together. But once you got it together, it's like bingo, you can get your taxes
It falls
done.
right into place.
Exactly.
And one of the things that we forget to talk about are the tax credits. Primary among them is the earned income tax credit for families with children that are working. There's 20%. So 1 out of every 5 people fails to file their taxes and could access the earned income tax credit.
I know. See,
And
they
it's-
don't know. They don't
No.
know. And they say, and the other thing I heard was that even if you don't have to file, you should, just to make sure you protect your Social Security number.
Exactly.
As well, too. Well, you're going to, now, I don't know if you're going to be on, but somebody's going to be on next month to talk about
David will be
people
back.
with disabilities, and I put that up there on mine, but I knew that they were not talking about that, but I had already worked with Melinda on the others, so I kind of I get confused once in a while.
Yeah, David will be back with Melinda, and then in April, at the end of the season, David returns with our friend Joanne
Passano. Okay, good. And then
The
we let balloons up because it's over with.
Exactly.
Right? Good.
Have a big party.
Yeah, thanks so much for being
Thank
here
you.
today.
And resources together to benefit individuals and families towards their economic empowerment and in a way to strengthen our communities. And the Cash Coalition has been around for the better part of 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. Our mission of the Cash Coalition, which is an acronym for Creating Assets, Savings, and Hope.
We're going to talk about taxes. And thank goodness they don't tax us on our food, because we really enjoy that.
I'd be out of...
You'd be out of money. But you can get your taxes done for free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Richard Zazycki is with the Circles of Mercy. He comes on every year, and David Galin is new to our team
He's
here.
our newbie.
And he's been coming on, and we're so happy that you're here. You're with United Way, but the Cash Coalition, and it has to do with getting people to know what money is, how to do money, and all that, but to get their taxes done for free. So I'm going to turn it over to you and let you explain to.
Thank you, Ann. It's a pleasure to be here again. The vision of the Cash Coalition is to bring partners, assist individuals and families increasing their financial self-sufficiency. One of the other things besides the free tax preparation services is to provide individuals with financial literacy skills and education so that we can help them with their asset building strategies.
It's so important that you learn what to do with the money that you have,
Absolutely.
not to just kind of
Right.
let it blow away.
Well, the other thing too is in order for this all to happen, the old saying that it takes a village, and literally that's what it is. We have many partners that are members of the coalition. We have our friend Joanne